lalu, IHSG hampir setiap hari mencetak rekor baru. Setelah 4 pekan berturut-turut menembus level tertinggi, kemana arah IHSG pekan ini? Apakah ini saatnya investor profit taking? Atau justru masih ada peluang untuk masuk? Berikut ini analisis IHSG dari Taye Shim, Head of Research KDB Daewoo Securities.
Okay, well, basically, first and utmost, we need to factor in the fact that valuations are a little bit stretched right now. The JCI is currently trading at about 23% premium to the 5-year historical average, and we're breaking the all-time high every day. And quite recently, we've seen some strong inflow of foreign net purchases, and that we think is actually the key reason why the JCI is currently trending up right now. So basically, price trends and valuation trends have all become a little bit burdensome for investors who are trying to actually gain fresh exposure to the equity market. So we need to currently address the balance, assess the balance and the negatives, positives and the negatives of the current market situation. And from a positive standpoint, we need to address the fact that President Jokowi has shown that he is determined to grow and build a better Indonesia. Since his inauguration, President Jokowi cut fuel subsidies and turned idle capital into working capital. He maneuvered timely monetary policies to support his growth agenda, and recently he revised the state budget, which is a clear indication that he is determined to grow. So up till now, we are more convinced that President Jokowi will be able to deliver his economic policies heading into this year. And stronger economic growth would drive corporate earnings and corporate activities, and which will actually lead to higher valuation, which we think is currently justifiable. And secondly, we need to factor in the fact that this is a liquidity-driven market. Since the global financial crisis, the U.S. Federal Reserve has implemented loose monetary policies through multiple quantitative easing programs. This massive liquidity from the QE had immediate impact on the financial market, but on the real economy, it's now starting to get better. Unemployment, I'm sure you're very well aware, in the U.S. has just come down to the 6% level quite recently. So basically, it takes a long period of time. So basically, ECB announced that it will now begin its quantitative easing program. So it will commence next month, and we think it's going to be sustained for a prolonged period of time. So this will actually lead to higher appetite for risk, which is positive for Indonesia overall. On the negative side, we have risks arising both inside and outside. And the inside, key concerns were mostly related to politics. Investor concerns were heavily focused on the fragmented parliament and also the execution ability of President Jokowi. But recent developments revealed that President Jokowi is a man of action, and politicians are on the same page with President Jokowi in developing a better Indonesia. So we're very encouraged to find that also. On the global side, recent developments are also encouraging. Geopolitical tension between Ukraine and Russia has been eased following the ceasefire. Greece exit from the Eurozone is still a possibility, although this bears very low probability, we think. However, given recent extension of the EU bailout program, we think it's a clear indication that Eurozone does not want Greece to exit from their community. So, bottom line, we expect to see investor concerns to ease, and we see limited chances of the JCI reversing its trend. So it's going up. We see limited chances of JCI reversing its trend. For investors who currently own stocks, we recommend them to enjoy the current rally. And for investors who are looking into buying stocks, we suggest them to wait for opportunities, as we expect a mild correction due to the fact that valuations are currently very rich. Investment thesis for this year is, number one, look for sectors and stocks with clear earnings visibility. Number two, leverage off the consumption recovery story as we expect falling oil prices and higher economic growth to translate into higher disposable income for households. So that means we think that consumers are likely to spend more. And last but not least, we suggest investors to closely watch Jokowi-themed stocks, so building a better Indonesia. So in terms of sectors, we like financials, and we like consumers, and also builders, construction companies, which we think fits well with our strategy. But we don't like sectors which are dependent on external factors, such as mining sector.